What's up, Scenic viewers? Gio here. I know it's been a minute, but reporting all the way live from Key Largo. I'm down here celebrating my 30th birthday, having some fun, and well, I just got back from the movies, and I went to go see Blade Runner. It wasn't actually something that I planned on watching right away. I actually told myself that I was going to wait to watch the original before I would even watch this movie, even though I know that it would only enhance the viewing experience, not really necessary for this specific viewing experience. But I'm glad that I did watch it. It was absolutely a cinematic uh, experience that I am glad I partook in. Uh, but getting that out the way, and just getting straight to my quick thoughts on it while they're still fresh. Um, First and foremost, I don't even know where to start. Denis Villeneuve, without obviously it goes without saying, is a phenomenal director. He knows how to really captivate an audience, and he knows how to control and move his camera and deal with his actors. So I expected nothing less from him, and this movie honestly only made me like him that much more. Ryan Gosling, Harrison Ford, Jared Leto, Dave Bautista, and a handful of the other actors that I'm forgetting off the top of my mind. I expected with the cast that they got. I expected good performances. Dave Bautista was probably the only person that I expected a weak performance from, seeing as the only thing he's really done prior to this was like a Bond movie, and then Drax from Guardians. But in this movie, he did exceptionally well, and I really do see his acting chops coming in, and I really do see a career blossoming for him. But getting that out the way, the first thing that comes to my mind, the absolute first two things that stand out to me above all else, directing aside, because I think it would be a waste of time to expound on that with the little bit of time that I have. And so I'll just say phenomenal directing job. The acting and all the performances that were given were just amazing. So yeah. But the thing that stood out to me, oh, and Robin Wright, who's making a Hollywood comeback, if you will. She also, with the little role that she played, it was really good. So, anyways, acting and performance out the way. The cinematography in this movie, the visuals in this movie were outstanding, absolutely breathtaking. The way that it was captured, it not only captivated you, but man, it told the story, and the shot choice and the color and everything about the design and the cinematography really enhanced this movie. And I don't see this movie being as good as I think it was without this major component. The cinematography was outstanding. The shot compositions, the choice of lighting to dictate mood and to kind of symbolize certain things that were going on. The symbols that some of the shots represented, like really quick without getting into too much spoilers, or any spoilers rather. Just the one scene where they go through, like, after this one like big, not battle, but this one big conflict. The characters go through water, and the way they go through water and the way that the camera was directed, it was really symbolic of rebirth and coming out new, and just everything about this. The camera movements were absolutely superb, and really moving the story forward. Every shot, I mean, it was almost like every single shot was not only composed beautifully, but was beautifully colored. Was the movement was so poetic. In my opinion, this was a cinematic. This was a cinematic poem. This was cinematic poetry. This was beautiful. And then the second thing was the sound design. The sound design, in my opinion, was the first thing that stood out to me, simultaneously with the shots. And the sound design was the glue. It was the absolute thread, that fine thread and that fine weaving that just pieced the entire movie together. And by sound design, I mean everything from the Foley to the actual composition of movie score that they chose, and the sounds that they chose, and how, from what I hear, it really harkens back to the original movie, and it pays homage to it, and it's a love letter to it, but then it still comes in on its own, and still it goes forward. It propels a story, and it doesn't pay so much homage that it stays stuck there. Now, again, this is somebody who's never seen the original, and who's really, never gotten a chance to really get to see it. Honestly, I just never got a chance to see the movie. But from everybody that I know and respect as far as movie criticism goes, their praise for this movie in regards to what it did and how it elevated from the first one, is nothing short of just consistent praise, if you will. So I take their word for it, especially those that share kind of the same interest in movies that I have, and kind of have the same taste. So I can't speak too much on that portion. But as far as this movie by itself, like I said, I know that if you saw the original, this would enhance the viewing experience a little bit. But if you didn't, this is still contained enough by itself that you could enjoy it. And I will say that overall, and I chose my words carefully, I've been thinking carefully about this, but overall, after I saw it, the storytelling, the progression of the movie, the pacing of the movie, the editing, and then the two things that obviously that really captivated me, which was the visuals and the audio design. Overall, I can't think of another way to say this other than this movie is it's a masterpiece. This movie is beautiful. This movie is flawless. Now, like any movie, there is issues, and the issues that I might have are so minute that they're not even worth really nitpicking to the point where I could say this movie isn't flawless. Like, in my opinion, from what I've seen, this movie is flawless, and I want to go back and watch it a couple more times. I mean, because the first time I only watched it just for pure entertainment and a spectator, and now the next couple times I actually want to dig into it a little bit more, knowing what I know, and then even after watching the original. But I stand by what I say. This movie is flawless. I give it 5 out of 5. I'm going by a new rating. I don't want to go on a scale of 1 to 10. I think it's a little bit easier. So out of 5, out of 5 stars, 5 flames, 5 whatever you want to call it. This is a 5 for me. This is a perfect 5. I can't recall the last movie that I gave a perfect 5 personally, other than Whiplash. And though I'm a Star Wars fan, and I love Marvel movies and all that, I haven't even given them a perfect 5. The last movie that I can think of that really left me in awe like this was Whiplash. So bravo, hats off to you, Denis Villeneuve, and the cast and crew and everybody involved in this process. This movie was absolutely flawless. It was brilliant storytelling. It was simple, and yet it took what it had, and it was enough. I don't know. I don't know how else to say it without giving away spoilers, and I'm not trying to do that. I really want you guys to see it. So overall, I would say 5 out of 5. I really encourage you guys to watch the movie. If you did see the movie, what do you guys think? Leave a comment below. As always, like, share, subscribe. Let your friends know about us. Again, sorry, it's been a while since I've done a review or I've done any kind of video, but after seeing this, I couldn't wait. I'm here in my hotel or in my little villa, taking a break to really ruminate on this, and I don't know what else to say other than this movie was amazing, and I highly suggest you guys watch it. So again, if you have seen it, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think I'm going crazy? Do you think a 5 is too much? Do you think it's not enough? And if you haven't seen it, is this something you're excited to see? Leave a comment, interact below, and thank you for your time. And as always, it's a pleasure.